All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, all of that fun stuff. Here we are with our final episode of 2020 for our Boxed Lunch series. Today is a little more of a boxed lunch appetizer for everybody out there. And we are just so excited that we made it to this stage in the game. We have two fabulous returning guests with us today, Angelic Empryess and Sheran Keyton. How you doing today, ladies?
Hi.
Great. Hi, doing amazing.
It is so wonderful to see your faces again, and I am so grateful to both of you fabulous ladies for joining us today for a little mini boxed lunch, and we have some exciting news that we'd like to talk about. We'll save that for our breaking revelation here a little deeper. First and foremost, I was very curious to see how are you ladies doing today, and how has 2020 treated you this year?
2020 was very interesting. I got to prepare a lot more, do a lot of things that I never had the chance to do this year. New opportunities, new products, new crafts, new things. So it was a different year, but there were still some highlights of it for sure.
Sheran, you've been a busy bee. What's been going on with you?
I have been. 2020 has, outside of the obvious, 2020 has really been good to me. It's really been a blessing. Like Angelic, have had an opportunity to really get into doing some things that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and give more time to some things that I hadn't been able to give as much time as I needed, like hanging out with my mom. Like genuinely just having movie nights and stuff like that. And so that's been great. And a lot of people know me as Sheran, the artist, the singer or actor or whatever, and they don't really know me as Sheran, the producer, or Sheran, the director. So I've really had an opportunity to do a lot more film and commercial production and, that kind of thing. So that part of it has made me really happy.
Absolutely. Now, Sheran, I notice you're in the car, so this is a little different for Box Lunch today. You are traveling back from Arkansas, you said, and I was curious, do you have, did you hit like a drive-in for your lunch today? What's going on your lunch menu today?
Actually, I thought about all the people who might have to travel a little bit for work or whatever and take car trips. And what I put together today was what I think is my personal, like, to go pack, like the necessities if you're going to make a long car trip. So I figured that I would share that with you all today.
Perfect. Awesome. Do you want to jump right into that now so we can see what all you've got?
Absolutely. So I try to think of things when I'm going to be on the road that are kind of healthy. And so I'm thinking of protein-filled snacks. Like, I don't know if you can see, these are almonds. And so they're proteins. And then they're also what I call salty crunchy, because I crave salty crunchy a lot. And then I have like peanut butter crackers, because again, the peanut butter, yay, a little fiber in there. Then I have my pickles.
Awesome.
I don't know which food group this goes in. Maybe vegetables, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I have my fruit juice, so it's apple juice. So I'm excited about that. And then, of course, good old water. In case I'm going to be falling asleep, Monster commercial coming. This is the one type of Monster Rehab. It's non-carbonated. It's only 25 calories and like no sugar. So this is the one. And then my sweet tooth. This is my favorite new obsession. They're fudge brownie M&Ms.
Oh.
And then the very last piece of protein, which anybody who is a Sheran friend or fan or family member knows that I am a bacon fanatic. I can't show it to you because I already ate it. So it's gone. Yep, I ate the bacon first. But I try to keep it kind of well-rounded and snackable where I can, be able to still drive if I need to drive and, eat. And that's it. So throughout, I'll be kind of snacking and sipping while y'all are talking. So
very nice, very nice. Yeah, it looks like you are prepared for quite the road trip. So we'll do our best to keep you safe while this is going on. And looks like you have plenty of nutrition to hit the Texas border. So,
yes.
Angelic, what is on your lunch today?
Well, mine is a lot simpler. We went to a place yesterday, so I'm eating some sweetbread.
Ooh.
Which is really, really good. It's panaderia off of Cambui, and they have so many different kinds. We go in there and just pick one of all of them and bring it home. And I have a really big sweet tooth, so it really hits the spot. It lasts a long time, and it's really delicious.
Well,
So
it looks
really simple.
absolutely incredible. And you say they have different varieties of that as
Yes.
well?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite out of all of them?
Probably this one. There's also a one that's a bread with like a sugar topping on top of the bread, and that's really, really good too.
Wow.
So.
Well, you ladies are going to be so proud of me. I have had more lunches this year than I think I ever had in my life. Christmas is over. There are still some leftovers in the fridge, but I'm going to take 2020 out with a bang, and I'm going with just a pure, simple tangerine today, and see if I can get some fruit in my body and a little bit of nutrition from all of the wonderful sugary snacks that I had this year. So I'm going to keep it simple and go out of 2020 with a bang and into 2021.
Yes.
Speaking of, we have another surprise for everyone here at the Fort Worth Community Arts Center, and we are so very excited to let everybody know that we have put together or are putting together a New Year's Eve spectacular for everyone. And you two fabulous ladies are a integral part of that presentation as well. So we've got some great artists coming up. We have some dance, we have some singing, we have some instrumentals, we have some folks from our Art Center organization, as well as some fabulous, fabulous, talented people out there in the Fort Worth, Dallas community that are joining us, have gone out of their way to create some content for us to be able to put together a New Year's Eve celebration. So stay tuned right here, the Art Center's page for more information. That'll be coming out in the next 24 to 48 hours as we continue to finalize the editing process of that fantastic program that we've got for you guys. I could not be more excited. And Angelic, do you mind telling us just a little bit about what it is that you sent to us for your presentation?
So my whole thing is I do a comic book series. So in that comic book series, the main characters are angels, and they're based on different colors, and they represent everything that color stands for, good and bad. And then they fight things like anger, fear, doubt, depression, all those things that we struggle with daily. So for New Year's, I thought, since we're coming into a new year and people are making their resolutions, I wanted to highlight the fact that everybody has something that they give to the world. Everybody has a special talent, something that they give to the world. And I wanted to encourage everybody to follow your dreams, to go for your dreams, to take the new year and go for it. Whatever it is that's in your heart that you've been wanting to do, go and do it. So I am dressed as Dalmatine, who represents balance and equality. And she is going head to head with doubt. So you get to see how doubt works, how doubt functions, all the while she's encouraging the audience to follow their dreams no matter what is whispering in your ear trying to tell you otherwise. It's a mix of a cosplay, art, spoken word, and a little bitty bit of dance. So I'm really excited about that.
Very nice. Well, we are so happy that you put that piece together for us for our New Year's Eve special. Sheran, you also have something very special as well. Do you mind talking a little bit about what motivated that piece that you presented to us, and what that means to you?
Sure. Back in September, I was in the process of producing the first virtual Tarrant County Harambe Festival. I've been the director of entertainment for that festival for 6 years, I think, 7 years, something like that. And this year, it was not an option to do the big festival and block off blocks of streets and make it happen. So we fought to do a two-day virtual festival. And there's always some big, beautiful finale thing that drives home the message of unity in the community. And this year, the theme was going to be healing in the community. For all things, not only physical healing, but also tension amongst different people of different races, et cetera, et cetera. And so I was commissioned to find a song and create a song presentation that sort of signified that healing. And that video that I submitted is what we came up with. And I'm joined in the video by my amazingly talented kiddo that I gave birth to, Sheridan Monroe. And he and I and my producing partner, Charles W. Bush, just ran around Fort Worth and filmed pieces of it. Put it to the community, celebration.
Yes, so it's quite a moving presentation, and Sheran, we're just very grateful for you to submit that to us and allow us to present that out. I can't wait for everyone to see all of the fabulous work that these 9 artists have done. And along with Miss Empryess and Sheran, we also have some other fantastic artists. Let me see if I can get them all right. So we have Carolyn West, who's doing some spoken word, and Wesley Gentle from our own organization has done a wonderful little improvisational 12-minute piece. So it's pretty cool to see. We have a folk group called the Stone Men, which are also doing a few songs for us. Joseph Law is another singer-songwriter, along with Marcus Kester, who's a classical guitarist as well. And Impulse Dance Project also has put together a wonderful, wonderful presentation for us. And we are just so excited to get all of this stuff shored up, edited, and ready for presentation. So make sure you stay tuned to the Fort Worth Community Arts Center's social media pages and those announcements as to how and where you guys can see this fantastic New Year's Eve spectacular will be coming soon. So I'll hopefully be finishing that up today and get information out to everybody just as quick as we possibly can. So we are so excited and ready to move into a brand new 2021. And in saying that, I'm curious, I've got a couple of questions for you ladies. Angelic, can you tell us a little bit about who or what has really inspired you this year?
Inspired me. I have to say a lot of my inspiration comes from, I have to put her out there, my very, very best friend. We've been kind of a accountability partners for all these years, so it's always amazing to see her with her business, the things that she's doing. She's always doing new things, and she motivates me to keep pushing. You have to have somebody that's with you, that helps you, that pushes you, that's there for you, things like that. She's definitely one of the top. And others, I'd have to just anybody that's really, I surround myself with people who are in the arts, who are actively pursuing their dreams, whether it's their own business, whether they are just doing things as a hobby, whatever. I surround myself with those type of people, and that's constant inspiration and constant motivation for me.
Very nice, very nice. Sheran, I'm curious about something from you. If you could teleport anybody into this boxed lunch program right now, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
Oh my God. Whoa. One person.
Just one. I'm already here, so.
Man, if I could teleport just one person alive or dead, that's really, really tough. Um, this is gonna be so cheesy, so cheesy. I would teleport Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Nice.
Into this conversation right now, because to me, he would be the most appropriate person to kind of give perspective on like everything as a whole.
Yes.
He was not an entertainer by definition, but he was a public figure. So he had to deal with a lot of what we as entertainers are dealing with right now, which is the how to continue to put on the face and continue to smile in the face of whatever, and how to continue to be present and give of himself even when there were parts of himself being literally taken away in chunks.
Yes.
You know, but to still be whole enough to be present for those who needed him. And that's a very tough thing. And us as entertainers, which I'm sure you can, you know, attest to, Jason, Angelic, and any of the other entertainers can attest to, no matter what's going on at home or in your personal life, the world still expects you to show up and be like, ta-da, you know? And I think that he did that marvelously. And then also, just how chill he was. Like, people who like really like investigate, like know and just see and kind of saw beyond like the whatever. Like he was just really super insightful and super chill. And I like that part. So I think I would have him be a part of this conversation. Not to mention if Coretta was not also involved, I would love to see what he would come up with for lunch. Like, I'm like, what does the great Dr. MLK like bring to box lunch? Like, that would be really funny to me. So I think that's what I would have show up.
I can't think of anybody better. And luckily, some lessons are still out there to learn, even if he's not here in person. So great.
For sure,
yeah. I too would be honored to pick his brain for a little bit. And
heck yeah.
what kind of lunches he did enjoy. So. So, Miss Empryess, I'm curious, what kind of connection do you see between your current career and your 9-year-old self? Did you ever imagine you'd be working in this industry?
Ooh, my 9-year-old self wanted to be a botanist, which is totally different from anything that I'm doing right now. I remember to go around in my backyard picking the plants and cutting them open, like, oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing. I've always been an artist. I've always had that pen and pencil and paper. As far as cosplaying and performing, that didn't come until later. I think back then I had big problems with self-confidence, very massive problems with self-confidence back then. So I could never imagine myself on stage at 9 years old. I grew out of that going through school, but yeah, I think my 9-year-old self would be like, well, what happened to the plants? What happened to all this stuff we were doing when I was little? But I think she would like the way things turned out.
Nice, very nice. Yes. And, you know, artists can still be botanists as well, too. So maybe it'd be a nice little side gig for you there. And I'm just glad that your 9-year-old self has come out of her shell and been able to find her voice and just continuing that great work that you're doing. So congratulations to you for that. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful addition to your 9-year-old self, and we're super grateful to have you here. So, Miss Sheran, has anything happened to you this year that you are so grateful for that not even writing 10,000 thank you notes would be adequate?
Wow. A couple. I'm trying to think of what I can say out loud. um, yeah. A very good friend who kind of knows my thing. I had vocal cord surgery right at the end of 2019 in December. So I'm literally at 1 year after having vocal cord surgery, which caused me to not be able to perform or sing, which is my life, for 3 months, which was detrimental in several different ways. I'm sure you can imagine. And just as I was getting ready to go back to being able to perform live again at the end of March, released by the doctor, something else happened that caused me not to be able to go back and perform live again, which basically was my livelihood. A good friend sent me what we call in the Black Baptist Church a love offering here in 2020, just to say, hey, I know you haven't been able to do what you normally do, and I know that's been detrimental to you, not only mentally, spiritually, blah, 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 but financially. Yeah. And I see what you do out there in the community and for other people. Woof, I'm not supposed to cry. Holy cow. Woof. Holy cow. But it came like out of, at the right moment. And so, yeah, that's probably the one thing that I can kind of say out loud that happened during 2020 that, like, really, yeah, it was, yeah.
Nice. I feel like Oprah. I've opened you up emotionally and got
yes,
you in
yes, Oprah. Yes, Oprah.
We're so glad to have you back and healthy, and it has been a blessing, and just seriously inspired by all you've done this year. I mean, I know you have been all over, it looks like not only the great state of Texas, but some of the surrounding areas as well. And
yes.
I seriously mean this. I don't know another harder working artist than you. And so we're just so blessed to have you in the community and so glad to have you back. You have brought so much great art this year. And so we've just been very grateful to you and Joe and all that you continue to do. And I mean, you have been dogged in your cycles this year. And we are just so grateful. Just some great art coming out of all you've done. So seems like that worked, and we're sure glad to have you back and healthy. So thank you for that, indeed. So
thank you,
Miss Angelic Empryess.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, Sheran. I'm serious, and I'm not joking at all. I know that the arts community knows you're valuable to us and beyond all measure. So we're just glad that that you're out there and continuing to share that beautiful voice that you do have. So.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Likewise for, the Art Center and you all keeping your doors open and by any means necessary, because it really means a lot for, all of us artists, visual artists, performing artists, just everything, having, you there just over time, but, especially right now. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's been a privilege and a pleasure, and I cannot say it enough about how the arts community has gathered around the Art Center itself and really allowed us to find a way to continue to attempt to move forward. And so we are indeed extremely grateful for that opportunity, and to all the artists out there who have helped make 2020 productive, not only palatable, but also productive. So. Miss Empryess,
Absolutely.
Can you tell me a little bit about what has been a gigantic lesson for you this year?
Just one. It's been a lot of lessons this year. Um, one that I actually, and it'll circle back to to you guys, the art center. One lesson that really stood out to me this year was getting outside of your comfort zone, not being afraid of doing something that you've never done before, or doing something that you really don't think will actually happen. When you guys had that contest, I remember sitting there like, there's no way I'm ever gonna get anywhere near winning that competition. It was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna put something together, put it out there, and I'm gonna try my hardest and do it anyway. And I was very surprised. And that led to these opportunities that I wouldn't have any other way. And um just and since then I'm like, okay, where else can I, throw my hat out there and just see what happens. um get outside my comfort zone in different areas and different things. And that's been a really big thing for me, because I'm very much a person that will talk herself out of everything the last minute. So making myself get out there and get outside of what my normal is was a very big lesson for me. Very, very
Nice.
big
Well,
lesson.
we're so glad that you took the risk. And my goodness, that was way back in May or June, I believe, is when we opened up that Arts at a Distance submission. And
Mhm.
what a delightful surprise you brought to us. It was very engaging and encouraging. And I'm so glad that your 9-year-old self was supported to be able to give you the courage to submit that piece to us. And look at where it's brought you, into the New Year's Eve spectacular. So thank you for taking a risk, and just very grateful that you found the muse to submit that to us. So some wonderful, wonderful opportunities out there with that Arts at a Distance page. It is still on the Facebook feed, so if you'd like to go back and see some of the great things that people were able to bring to us, we certainly encourage that as well. So, all right, Miss Sheran, can you tell me, out of all of the people you've met this year, tell me about someone who really surprised you?
Oof. Okay. Um, my day job, and I say that with reverence and fun. My day job is Fort Worth Opera, and we have a new general director. Um, and you never quite know when you're going to get a new boss, which way that's going to land. You're just like, oh dear God, here we go again, that kind of thing. um, and and I liked her a lot from the interview process and all of that. So that was good, and that was a good, pleasant surprise for me. So I've met a lot of people in 2020, but that was probably the biggest, most pleasant surprise, is that I didn't know what to expect. And when someone is going to basically rule your daytime kingdom, you're like, oh, Heavenly Father, what are we getting ourselves into here? And she turned out to be cool. So that was a good surprise for me in 2020.
Nice. Yeah, there's nothing better than going to work with a smile on your face. That's certainly the way to address it. So, so I'm glad to hear that. That's very encouraging as well. So, Miss Empress, what is something you're beyond excited about for next year, 2021?
Oh, there's so many things. I'm excited to see what other opportunities I end up getting. I It's kind of like you get like a little taste in this year, and you're just like, okay, what else can I get into next year? Just thinking about actually being able to possibly perform live again. Um, I've actually been working on a video game, a trading card game, some different things like that. Seeing those work on those a little bit more. I'm just things like that. Just being able to do things again, and just seeing what other opportunities I get to be a part of.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sheran, same question. What are you beyond excited about?
Continuing to produce. I have a couple of movie projects on the horizon, and so just continuing to be able to produce those things, and continuing to figure out how to work, and serve my community and in a cool way. But lots of projects on the horizon. Looking forward to mastering in 2021 how to make my passion match up with my calling. So I think once those two align perfectly, profitability will also happen.
Well, you are well on your way, Sheran, and I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time before it all hits for you. Just confetti of success, I guarantee it. So, all right.
I reach up and grab all of that. Thank you.
Now, I said I was going to keep this one short today. It is 12:30, and we're just going to go ahead and call this one a box lunch appetizer. And so, ladies, I am so grateful for both of you taking the time and joining me today for the final box lunch of the year. I cannot wait for everyone to see the fabulous performances that both of you submitted, along with the other artists that are joining us for our New Year's Eve spectacular. Again, stay tuned to social media to find out how to get your eyeballs on that. It's coming just as quick as we can wrap it up. So, ladies, any words or wisdom for people out there? Any final thoughts of 2020 or anything you would like to share with the community out there? You want to start us off, Sheran?
Yeah, I'll say three quick things. Number one, love very hard and very intentionally as if it's the last time. They don't take no for an and number three, if the words the new normal is a thing, then figure out how to make your normal as amazing and great as it possibly can be.
Yes, words of wisdom. Miss Empress?
Mine would be remember that you're important. No matter what life tries to tell you, no matter what it brings your way, you're important. You have a purpose. You have something great that you give to the world. And don't let anybody tell you any different.
Words to live by. You two are my first return visitors to Box Lunch. You get the hard hitting questions whenever you come back. And I think it is so important to let you both know how important you are to me, the arts community, and all of the great people out there that you continue to not only entertain, but also inspire, educate. And I can't think of two other ladies that I would want to spend lunch with as we move out of 2020. So just very appreciative to both of you. And Sheran, I hope you travel safely back to Texas. Angelic Empryess, always a pleasure to see you. And I guess with that being said, bon appetit, everybody. Goodbye, 2020. We will see you on the flip side, 2021. And take the time to check out the New Year's Eve Spectacular. More info to come on that. And
Yes.
be safe to yourself. Love everybody out there. Bon appetit, everybody. Have a great final few days of 2020, and we'll be back real soon. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later, everybody. Bye-bye.